I'm a bit late to post this video, but I have seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and so here are my full thoughts on it. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Over on my channel, I have more reviews like this. Check those out. Once this video is over, click that like button, be sure to subscribe, and it really does help a lot. With that said, let's just get straight into it with the good. And there are several good things to say about this movie. The buzz coming out of press screenings said it was going to be fantastic. It was a special film, one of the best movies of all time, and an improvement over Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And it lived up to all the hype that was built towards its release. And is something special in the world of not only Spider-Man movies, but also animated movies. And at its core, it tells a very emotional and personal story. The story it tells explores the loneliness of Spider-Man and the tolls that being Spider-Man takes on you. What would you need to do to be Spider-Man? Explores that loneliness, and I think it makes it for a very personal story, while also having a unique style for animation. And so, when it comes to the animation, it is truly phenomenal what they were able to do with the animation in this film, where it truly feels like a comic book spread into the big screen, translated into the movie. Every single frame of this movie has something distinct, unique about it. And that just makes for something we've never seen before. This animation style is unlike anything you've seen before. Like Pixar movies, they look fantastic. Disney movies look fantastic because their animation is really good, but it's more of the same 3D animation style. But here, it combines 2D and 3D animation styles. And even when they're traveling through multiverses, there's just something really cool, because every single universe has something distinct about it with the animation, the way they animated it. So I thought that was just really cool what they did with this style of animation here. Another thing here, I had a lot of fun with some of the Easter eggs in this movie. There's a bunch of incredible Spider-Man Easter eggs from other Spider-Man movies, and I just had a blast with that. Like, there's this one scene where I'm not gonna spoil it, but where somebody shows up, and then I'm just like, I whispered to like my brother, and just like, hey, did you see that? Hey, did you see that? All these little Easter eggs that just make it a fun film. And another thing to talk about here is that it's a more character-based story. As I said, it's about the loneliness of the Spider-Man. But it's a character-based story because some characters have to make choices for this story to play out. So, like, one of them is like, would you rather save this person or these people? And Spider-Man always thinks, I can do both. And it creates that personal dilemma that just makes it a lot more compelling. And another thing is that it's mostly a story about not only Miles, but Gwen. Gwen is also the other protagonist of this film, and I really enjoyed that was the case here, because both of the characters were really compelling in their own different ways. That just elevates the movie because it already has great, fantastic characters. And, you know, as a Spider-Man animated movie, it is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and that it's just phenomenal what they did with an animated movie like this. It's also the story. It's also very bleak and depressing from the very opening prologue scene to the end. It's always very a very depressing, very bleak story that has moments of humor throughout. But at its core, it's about the loneliness of the Spider-Man, and it explores that and how depressing it truly is. And so, anyways, this was a movie I thoroughly enjoyed from the very beginning to the end. So, I really enjoyed this movie. Most of this video took up the good, and so let's move on to the bad. And I really only have one bad thing to say about this movie. Neither side wins. The good or the bad, neither side wins because of the cliffhanger. It's not like Infinity War where there's a goal and there was a resolution to the story, but not the resolution you expected where Thanos was the one who won. It's not like that. It's because it's such a hard cliffhanger. Like, it just cuts to the credits out of nowhere. And so therefore neither side wins, and so I don't really like it when movies do that. But I understand it's just half of a story and there is more to come. Like, I also criticized Fast X for doing this, but I know there's still more to come in this universe. But in general, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. There's not much bad to say about the Across the Spider-Verse. So I will give this one an A. Fantastic film. Definitely go check it out if you haven't yet. So click that like button, be sure to subscribe. I have more content like this over on my channel. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end on my thoughts on Across the Spider-Verse, and I will see you in the next one.